What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer. Taking a look at the new Blackwing support. Yes, there was new Blackwings announced. A lot of people are really excited. It's an awesome archetype. Really one of the most popular from 5Ds. If you really think about it. I know the Synchron deck exists, but I don't know. Outside of that, I feel like people kind of kept on to this a lot more. And I think it had meta relevance at some point in its history. I'm not really sure. I'm not like too up on the history of the meta, but I know that it, definitely a lot of support. And it's been a long time since I got new cards. And this is Blackwing Assault Dragon, level 10, Dark. 3200 attack, 2800 defense. It's a Dragon Synchro effect. 1 Synchro Tuner plus 1 plus non-tuners must first be Synchro summoned or special summoned from your extra deck by banishing 1 Synchro Tuner and 1 Blackwing Dragon from your field or graveyard. Blackwing Dragon, I didn't know what it was, so I looked it up. If you would take battle damage from a card effect, place 1 Black Feather counter on this card instead. This card loses 700 attack for each Black Feather counter on it. Once per turn, you can remove all Black Feather counters on this card that target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That target loses 700 attack for each Black Feather counter you removed, and if it does, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack lost by this effect. Lord. I think that's not very good, so you're probably just regular synchro summoning this. Each time your opponent activates a monster effect, place 1 Black Feather counter on this card, and if you do, inflict 700 damage. Honestly, like a underrated effect. A lot of the times, Despia will just finish you off by putting, I forget the name of it now, but it's like Masquerade or something that, does damage every time you activate an effect. But during your opponent's turn, if this card has... During your opponent's turn, nice. If this card has 4 or more Black Feather counters on it, you can tribute this card, destroy all face-up cards on the field. Honestly, wish it just kind of got rid of all of its counters, because your opponent more than likely is going to activate 4 effects, right? Like, that's just a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's kind of how it happens. It's cool that it's during your opponent's turn. Kind of wish it was, like, both. But I'll take the quick effect over just during your turn. I think that's a little more important. It's a big body, too. It's really not bad, honestly. It's really decent. So there we go. Blackwing Boreas, the Magical Wind, level 6 Dark, level 6 Synchros. I don't feel like there's that many of those. A Dark Tuner plus a non-tuner monster, not too bad. You can only use the first and second effects of this card once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can send 1 Blackwing monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then this card's level becomes the same as the sent monsters. I'm sure Blackwings have something that's good to be Foolish Burialed, but there are 70 Blackwing cards, and that's just a video for another time. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, 2400 attack, not bad. You can banish 1 Blackwing monster you control or from your graveyard, special summon that destroyed monster. Oh, to your field. All right. It's like a Goyo Guardian, isn't it? Also a 6, so it's kind of like the same card. But like just for Blackwings. I can get behind that, sure. This is Blackwing Vader, the Villainous. Okay, it's a level 2 Dark. It's just a regular Wing Beast Tuner, always nice. If you control a Blackwing monster, accept a copy of this card. You can special summon this card from your hand. Sick. That could be the only effect of the card, and it would still be used in Blackwings, I feel like. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 Black-Winged Dragon from your extra deck by sending monsters whose total level equate to the graveyard, including this card and a non-tuner Blackwing monster from your deck. Okay. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon from monsters from the extra deck except dark monsters. Okay, you can special summon a Blackwing Dragon from your extra deck by sending monsters whose total levels equal 8 to the graveyard. So you have to control them. Also, that doesn't make sense. Like, why wouldn't you just regular synchro summon? Like, what's the advantage here? I feel like I'm stupid. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 Blackwing Dragon from your extra deck by sending monsters whose total levels equal 8 to the graveyard, including this card and a non-tuner Blackwing monsters from your deck. Oh, from your deck, excuse me. I am stupid. That's awesome. I don't know if there's a level 5, but I guess it doesn't really matter. And that's cool because it cheats this out, but it also still requires, like, a synchro tuner. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's, like I said, first effect is good. It's fine. This is Blackwing Shimaru, the Sandstorm. This is also a tuner. It's a level 4 tuner. Pretty interesting. I love level 4 tuners. I think they're really good. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Place 1 Black Whirlwind directly from your deck. Pooh. That's nice. That's nice. Because I feel like You could even like special summon it like off of like the effect of Black Whirlwind, or like after you added it, and then get another. Like that's just, yeah, I'm down for this. If a Blackwing Synchro monster or a Blackwing Dragon is special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card. Then target one Blackwing monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, then take 700 damage. Shout out to Guardian Slime. Effect damage. Giving yourself damage, very rare card effect. Blackwing Tunic the Snow Smasher, level 2 dark, attack 100, defense 700, it's fine. This is not a tuner. You can only use the first effect of this card once per turn. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Send one Blackwing Synchro monster or one Blackwing Dragon from your extra deck to the graveyard. Then until the end of this turn, the target loses 700 attack, and if it does, negate its effects. This is a quick effect if you control a Dark Synchro monster. Okay. That's nice. You got a Synchro monster, you got an Imperm in the hand, and it loses attack. Let's get it. Very cool hand trap for Blackwings. I wish more archetypes would have archetype-specific hand traps. Blackwing knows, which is also, it's really a good target to add off of Whirlwind too, right? This is Blackwing Nozururi, the Shining Illusion. All right, level 4 dark. When this card's normal summon, you can add one card that lists Black Winged Dragon and its text from your deck to your hand, except a copy of this card. I don't know if Whirlwind does, but I'm sure probably. Or even just any of these other cards like that have always, like, that these new cards I've just been talking about. You can tribute one monster you control, special summon one Shining Illusion token. It's a tuner. Then take 700 damage, which makes the 6 tuner by itself. Very nice. Although it does lock you into synchros, which I don't know. I feel like this one could end up being dropped. Like, I don't know if the synchro's enough. Like, at that point, wouldn't you just rather play synchron? But maybe if you do this at the end, I don't know how possible that's going to be, obviously, to think off the top of the head. But okay. Blackwing Nozanda, the Engraved Knight. Very nice. You can only use one of the second effects of this card once per turn. While this card is in the monster zone, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except synchro monsters. That's fine. That's exactly what 10 Ys do. Or not 10 Ys, but Sword Soul. This card is normal or special summon. You can target one monster in the field, return it to the hand. Meh. I mean, that's obviously not a bad thing, but going first, it's like... you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one level 5 or higher Blackwing monster from your hand or deck, then take damage equal to its attack. That's very good, and that's obviously what you're likely going to send off of one of these. I don't remember the one. It's like one of the synchros, I'm pretty sure. You can take one Blackwing monster. Yeah, exactly. It's going to go really well with this, right? You just Foolish Burial it, then you get another like high body one. Probably only playing one copy because you really do just want to send it there. At least I would imagine. So, but still a good effect, and definitely it's almost like a malicious, right? This is Blackwinged Whirlwind. Isn't this what the normal one is? Once per turn, if you special summon a Dark Synchro monster from your extra deck, never mind. You can target one of your Blackwing monsters or Blackwing Dragon that is either banished or in your graveyard, whose attack is less than the special summon monsters. Special summon it. Okay, which is probably everything, because the Blackwings are very low attack. Once per turn, if a dark monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can remove one black feather counter from your field instead. Yeah, that's alright. That's also pretty good. Lots of counters going around in this deck for sure. One of them places it on all of your opponent's monsters. So, oh, it says from your field, but I'm pretty sure it's not that difficult to do. A free special summon, huh? And it's like a once per turn. Like, it's almost like Called by the Grave, right? I think that's good. Maybe it's like a one-of that you search. Like, if you see multiples in your hand, obviously this looks really bricky because you got to be able to special summon a Dark Synchro, which you probably will be able to, like 99% of the time. But you don't want to see two in your opening hand. I feel like that'd be pretty bad. Although it's a soft once per turn. It'll be interesting to kind of play test that, I guess. This is a normal trap Blackwing card. If you control two or more Blackwing monsters, you can activate this card from your hand. Okay. Lots of like, it's like imperm, and like this is also kind of like imperm. Shuffle one Blackwing tuner monster and one Blackwing non-tuner monster that are banished and or in your graveyard into your deck and or extra deck. Special summon one Blackwing synchro monster or one Blackwing dragon whose level equal the total of the shuffled levels the monster's levels from your extra deck. Is there a quick effect like Blackwing that you'd want to summon? Perhaps. It's also like not bad, right? Being able to synchro summon from your graveyard is like a really interesting mechanic. This will probably see some play for sure. Does this have the name on it? The Blackwing Dragon Shuffle. No, so that's kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure how searchable this is, but at least give it with the new support. This is Black and Noble Counter Trap. When a spell trap is activated, you can remove one black feather counter from your field, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. I kind of hate how it is like starting to rely on these feather counters, but you probably will have them, assuming because the entire support is based on it. If you control a Blackwing Dragon with those cards in your graveyard, you can set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use one of the two effects. Yeah, you can't set it that same turn. I mean, yeah, it would have been cool if it was an Infernity Barrier, but I'm sure you're playing this, honestly. But I don't think those effects are bad. I don't think they're over the top great, but I don't think they're bad either. Whatever that means, I'm not exactly sure, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.